to A Peek Inside. For those of you that are new, my name is Darlene. This is real life. My washing machine is going, my dogs are crying, but I'm trying to do the best that I can today, and I am going to be doing freezer meals for you guys. Freezer meals are something that is very unique for every family. Every family is different. Their needs are different and why they need to do them. Some people do them because they work full time. There's so many different reasons. Some people do it because the kids have lots of activities and they want to have a home cooked meal, staying out of the fast food and trying to have less processed foods too. For me, I am doing single serve portions today, mostly for my son, Andrew. He is 18 years old. I have a video, I will link it down below, how he has come so far in his eating. He used to eat about 5 or 6 different foods and now he's expanded it so much. But he also likes to eat a lot earlier. He doesn't like certain foods that my husband and I like, and I like to have meals ready to go for him, also for lunches on the weekends. And I just felt like today is the perfect day because my freezer is like pretty much out of everything for him, and I just really wanted to do this today so I could have healthier meals for him. And the other thing is too, lots of times when I make something for him, he eats the same thing for 4 or 5 nights in a row. He doesn't mind it, but I would like to give him a little bit more variety. So this is a Saturday. I'm going to try and keep this as real as I can for you guys, time wise, organizational wise. And also I am going to do something very different. I'm going to show you guys how I heat all of them up and what they look like, so that way you can kind of see how they work for me. I have a whole playlist down below of different freezer meals that I have done. And as my family is changing with my husband being home now because he is no longer in the military, Andrew getting different kinds of foods that he likes, and just trying to have a different variety for everybody, but also trying to have meals ready on the go. And I love cooking, and I actually enjoy cooking everything in one day. I get all the mess at once, and then when I want to make a really nice meal for my husband or I, or we're having company, or I cook for my mom and something and it's something that Andrew doesn't like, I have something for him that he will eat. So I'm not just serving him, you know, frozen chicken nuggets and french fries, which there's nothing wrong with those every once in a while, but it's something I don't want him to be eating a lot. So I'm going to kind of give you an overview of how I get organized, and then we're just going to get into it. I'm doing everything in one shot. I want to get all of this done today. I will show you how I do an inventory of it, how I freeze it, and then, like I said, how I reheat them. So let's get going. So what I am making today is I am making toaster French toast sticks and sausages, meatballs, pasta and veggies, meatballs, veggies and potatoes, chicken sandwiches, and pizza bagels. So I have these containers. These ones I bought at Walmart. I just haven't been able to get them. They're always sold out, but I love these. So I only have a few of these, but they're for one meal. These ones here are the Rubbermaid ones. I absolutely love these. They are, I think it's $5 for 5 of these at Walmart. So these containers work up to about $1 each, because these red ones I bought at Dollarama, and I think they're $3 for 3. So I really like to use these. These freeze great. They go in the dishwasher great. They're really sturdy, and they are amazing for freezer meals. I used to use like the aluminum ones and then just throw them out. So I'm trying to reuse this stuff as much as I can, and I have frozen these. Some of these containers I bet you have been probably frozen 5-6 times already, and they're still really sturdy. So I have them all ready to go. So I'll show you how I package everything. And what I do is I have a rough idea. I want to cook the meatballs quickly, then I'm going to roast the potatoes, cook the sausages, make the French toast, chop the vegetables, cook them, boil the pasta, start assembling garlic bread, and then pizza bagels. Quick and easy, and I'm trying to do this, like I said, as quickly as I can, but also making sure that everything is done properly. So let's give it time. Right now it is 11:24. It is a Saturday. I have our dinners already planned. I have scalloped potatoes out that I am going to use for dinner tonight. These were from Christmas when I cooked for family and I had leftovers, so another great way to use up freezer stuff. So 11:24, let's get started. So I am getting my meatballs started because this is going to be used for 2 different meals, and they are frozen. I am using the PC Blue Menu Italian meatballs. These are a product in Canada. I really like them. They're a little bit lower in fat than other meatballs, so you can pause that if you want to see it. But I just open up a jar of pasta sauce, put it in. I just bring the meatballs up to a boil and then I let them simmer until they are cooked all the way through, because I'm going to be using these meatballs in 2 of my meals. So the next thing I want to do is get my potatoes in the oven, because these are going to take a long time too. So I like to keep the skins on, so I'm just going to clean them up and then I am just going to dice them. And then I'm going to soak them in water, and then all I do to roast them is I put them in a pan with some olive oil, and I'm also going to be using the 21 seasoning salute from Trader Joe's. I really like it because it's no salt added, so I am putting this into a 400-degree oven for about 40 minutes, usually it takes. So lots of seasoning, stir it around, and into the oven they go. So now I am just stirring up my meatballs and making sure that they're cooked, and I'm going to put them on the other element because I am going to start my French toast sticks and breakfast sausage. So I'm just going to put the breakfast sausage in the pan. I like to cook them with a little bit of water to help heat them through. So that is what I am doing, and then I am going to get the mixture ready so I can start the French toast. So I'm just going to start making the mixture for the French toast. I just use eggs. I think I used 5 or 6 here. Of course, it wasn't enough, but I just use eggs. I also put a little bit of half and half cream, and then I like to have cinnamon in mine. So I'm just going to mix this all up, and then I have to multitask. It's the only way to get everything done as quickly as I can. So I'm just getting this done, and then I'm going to start cooking the French toast on the stove. So I'm stirring up my sausages, adding a little bit more water, waiting for my pan to get warm enough for the French toast. I find it's easier to slice the French toast after I reheat it, which I will show you. So this is a nice large pan, so I can do 5 to 6 French toast in here and then keep cooking my sausages. So while everything's kind of going, I'm going to start getting my containers ready because the French toast will be done soon and I want to pack these up as quickly as I can. Of course, I have my little supervisors helping me, Charlie and Linus. So here you go, the French toast is starting to get ready, and I just keep stirring everything. I'm going to check my potatoes to see how they're doing, stirring my meatballs, cooking my sausages, just trying to get everything all done kind of so nothing is burned. So now the French toast is done. I am going to put the sausages in the trays, and then I am also going to put the French toast in here and then start making the next batch of French toast so I can get one of my freezer meals checked off the list. So just adding them, and then I realized that I didn't have enough batter, so I had to make some more too. So I should have made more. It's better to have more than not enough, but it was a quick fix. So I'm just kind of stroking off my to-do list, making sure that I stay on task. And now I'm starting to get my vegetables out so I can keep going. And one freezer meal is done. French toast and sausages, and these are really nice to have on weekends and also for a quick dinner when I need it. And what I am also going to be doing is just leaving everything on my table because I want them to cool completely before I freeze them. So I just have to make sure the little helpers don't have access to them. So now I am going to start my vegetables. I am just slicing and dicing. I just put them in a frying pan. I add a couple of tablespoons of pasta sauce. I like to do this for the pasta dish, and then I'm also going to use these for the vegetables. For those of you that are new, Andrew does have autism, and this is the only way that I can get him to eat vegetables is putting pasta sauce on it because he loves pasta, he loves pizza, anything like that. And this is what I have to do to get the vegetables. So I had a couple of peppers. I'm going to dice them up. I want them in large enough pieces so he can easily use his fork to pick them up and eat them. And then I'm just going to saute them. I don't want them cooked completely through because they are going to be reheated in the microwave, so I don't want them to become too soggy. So here are my vegetables ready to go. I'm going to get them on the oven and just kind of keep going with everything. So I'm going to stir them up, bring them to kind of a boil, and then put the lid on. And then the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my water on so that way I can start the pasta meal too. Check in the potatoes just to see if they need that much longer. Okay, so it is just turning 12 o'clock. The meatballs are, they're heated through now, so I'm just going to let them sit. Bringing the water up, I'm going to bring this to a boil, like a simmer or whatever, then I'm going to put the lid on and let it steam. Potatoes, about another 20 minutes. I do have a little bit of a mess, but I'm honestly not sweating about it today because I just want to get this done, and then my husband will help me clean up because I'm very grateful to have a husband. I have my compost. I have all of my garbage and recycling on the go here. And then I'm doing good. The mushrooms, the vegetables, boil the pasta, then I just have to start assembling stuff. So I'm pretty much just waiting. And then the pizza bagels, I could do now, but I just don't want to have too many things on the go. So I'm just gonna do, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna kind of get all of my things set up and kind of figure out how many of each I want to have. And then I'm also gonna start doing my inventory too, because I'm putting everything there so I can let it cool properly, so I can put the lids on and then put them in the freezer. So I'm getting the trays ready for the meals with the pasta because they are pasta. I don't want to use the clear ones in case they stain. So for the rest of the toast that I didn't use for the French toast sticks, I'm going to make some garlic toast for the pasta. So I am just using like a garlic butter spread or whatever, and I'm just putting it on the bread, checking everything else on the stove too, and then I cut these in half and then I'm going to put them in the tray. I will show you guys how I reheat everything, so keep watching. So I like to do a couple of meals with the same thing when I do meals like this because I find it's easier. So now that my potatoes are done and my pasta's done, I'm just kind of getting everything organized. So I'm just moving my potatoes around. They did stick a little bit. And then I'm just trying to get them, equal portions out so every meal is the same. So the potatoes are ready to go. So I am just going to get my pot clean so I don't have to scrub it. And now what I am doing is taking the meatballs, trying to get the same amount in every dinner so it's a balanced dinner, so one dinner doesn't have more than the other. So it's a little bit of counting I'm doing here. So the meatballs, it all worked out. I had lots for all these meals. The vegetables are done, so the vegetables and meatballs I'm going to put on one side, so that way the pasta sauce will kind of stick together. Then I'm moving them over to the table to cool. So I have the rest of the meatballs, the rest of the vegetables, and then I'm going to put the pasta in. And then all I'm going to do is put them in the tray with the garlic toast, and then I have another 5 dinners ready to go. And this way Andrew doesn't have to eat them all 5 nights in a row. Okay, it's almost 12:30, so I just have the chicken sandwiches and the pizza bagels. So my husband wants to have, what is it that I say? 12:30, yeah. He wants to have a coffee and a muffin and that, so we're going to take a little break and I'm going to do a quick cleanup, just regroup in that because I have to wash some of this stuff to reuse it. And I also just want to take a little break too because I've been going for an hour and a half. So 5, so I have 15 freezer meals ready to go. So just kind of a close-up look. Meatballs, vegetables, and the potato, the French toast, and the sausages, and then this one here is the pasta with what will be garlic toast. So I don't want that to dry out too much, but it is going to be garlic toast. So now it's time to have a little break. Okay, back 102. Kitchen's all cleaned up now, so pretty much everything is done, assembled, garlic bread. So I have the pizza bagels and then I also have the chicken sandwiches. So I was kind of wondering, I wanted to make some kind of sandwiches for Andrew, and I found these boneless, skinless chicken breast slices. They were a little bit thinner, so I thought these would be really nice for sandwiches. And then I have the buns, and then I'm also going to make some pizza bagels. Easy peasy, quick and easy. So all I'm going to do is season these up, cook them, and then assemble everything. So back at it. So I have my big pan all clean, so I am just using the avocado oil again, and then I'm just using the 21 seasoning salute again from Trader Joe's to season the chicken, and then I'm just going to fry them up. And while I'm waiting to turn my chicken, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping the pizza bagels. I thought these would be really great for lunches for Andrew on the weekends because they're quick and easy and they're pizza, so Andrew will love them. So I am just using plain bagels and I'm getting them all separated before I flip my chicken over. So what I do for the chicken is I just flip it over, and then I'm going to add a little bit of barbecue sauce too, so that way it will steam up a little bit, and I'm going to add a little bit of water, just kind of get the barbecue sauce on all sides of the chicken, and then I'm just going to put the lid on to kind of steam it, and then the barbecue sauce will bubble up and it'll kind of coat the chicken to give it a little bit more flavor. So back to the pizza bagels. This was something I just thought of because I usually buy the little ones, and I just thought this would be really great. So I'm just using a pasta sauce, and with the bagel, it's a little bit thicker that it won't get soggy as if you were using like a slice of bread or something. So that's why I decided to use bagels. So just putting the sauce on. Sometimes I wish bagels didn't have holes in them. Can you buy bagels without holes? So I am just using pepperoni, and I also like to use green pepper. You can use mushrooms. You don't have to use pepperoni. You can put whatever your favorite toppings are. So I'm just using what fits on the bagel, then the pepperoni, and then I am just going to go ahead and put the shredded cheese on, and then really easy, like you don't have to pre-bake these or anything. So I'm just going to put the cheese on and then put a whole, like the two parts of the bagel in the container, and then I have 6 really easy lunches to have ready to go on the weekend, and all I have to do is pull them out of the freezer, put them in the oven, and I have easy peasy pizza bagels, a lot cheaper than buying the frozen ones, and you know exactly what is on these ones for toppings. And my chicken is also done, so this is what it looks like once everything is done. So this is a really kind of a nice addition to my freezer meals. I haven't done this before. So there they are, all ready to go. I'm just putting the lids on them because they're all cool now because I waited. And then I am going to put these in a container basket. I like to use fabric containers to put in the freezer because I find you can lift them out easier and they don't have to worry about breaking or cracking being in the cold. So these ones will be ready to go, and I will show you guys how I package and store everything for these freezer meals too. So I am using this cloth basket. I like to use these in the freezer. Like I said, they don't crack, and this will fit 15 meals. So I have a full video on how I do my freezer inventory. So I am writing everything down, and I will give you a close-up of that after. But this is just a great way to keep track, because if I don't keep track, I will never remember what is left in my freezer. So these ones are ready to go. So now I am just going to get the chicken sandwiches prepped. I have the buns ready to go. I'm just going to cut the chicken up, put them in there. So I have the chicken, and then also I will have the bun. So how many times do you want to have something and you only need one bun and you end up wasting it, or you know, it goes moldy before you can use it. So these ones, it didn't fit in here. So real time, guys, I'm looking for another bag. So I found my Value Village bag, and it's a really nice fit. So these fit in there perfect. So the pizza bagels and the chicken are in the same bag. Sorry, my furnace is running. I do have a separate video for my freezer inventory and that, but I like to use the fabric bins. Like these ones I purchased at Dollarama. These are the red ones, so I like to keep beef. The blue I keep pork, and then the yellow I keep poultry. So there's a whole bunch of like chicken strips and nuggets and that I do have for other easy dinners. And then underneath here, these are so easy to lift out. I have some chili still down here, and I have it all inventoried. So right here I have the 15 ones, the French toast. I can see them on top. I know exactly what they are. These are the pizza bagels and sandwiches. These lift out really easy, so if I need to get something underneath it. So now I'm going to get this in there, and that fit in there perfectly. So I have 26 quick and easy freezer meals for Andrew for the next probably month and a half. These ones I can use for breakfast. These ones I can use for lunches on the weekend and during the week. So my boy is good for a while. So then how I wrote it down, Andrew freezer meals, the crap bin, that's what it is, the random crap bin. I have French toast and sausages, so I put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As I take one up, I stroke the 5 off, so I know that there's 4 left. Potatoes, meatballs, and vegetables, pasta, vegetables, meatballs, and garlic toast. And then I had to change it to the Value Village bag, so I had the pizza bagels and the chicken sandwiches. I changed up how I keep my inventory. I keep it here, old school. I just like everything very visual. So I have everything that I have in both my freezers, so I update it as I take stuff out. So I will just add this to here, and then when I go to make my grocery hauls or meal plan for the week, I know exactly what I have for Andrew, and if it's something that we're eating one night, I can pull one of those meals. So Saturday, 1:40, my kitchen is not in too bad of shape, just a couple of other things that I have to clean up, and it feels really good to have all of this done, and then my quick and easy inventory right here. Okay, there you have it. Pretty much I took about a half an hour, so probably a little over 2 hours. I started a little after 11, so yeah, a little over 2 hours. So I have 26 separate meals for Andrew. I'm pretty organized in the way I cook, so I tried to get similar things. So meatballs, I could get a couple of different things out of it, switching it up with potatoes and pasta. This is what he likes to eat. So I hope it gives you guys some ideas. I also really like those chicken breasts. They're really quick to cook. I don't want anything too dry for him because he does tend to eat a little bit quicker, so I want something that's going to have flavor but not too much that he doesn't like the texture of it. So I thought those would be a really good fit. So everything is in my freezer, but I do want to show you guys how I heat them, how I present them. And Andrew eats these. I wouldn't make them unless he liked them, and this is something that he likes. So okay, there you go. I'm going to show you how I heat all 5 of them up and how I serve them. So Andrew is having the French toast and sausages. He's actually having this for breakfast on a Sunday. So I cooked this one from frozen. So what I do is I just take the 2 slices of French toast. I just put them in the toaster frozen, usually about 4.5 minutes. And then they go down, and then what I do is I just heat the sausages up in the microwave probably for about a minute, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. So here is his breakfast. I like to slice up the French toast sticks later. He dips them into the maple syrup. His sausages are all cut up for him so he can use them with his fork. And there he is. He really likes this. So he can have a home-cooked breakfast on a weekend morning, and I don't have to slave away in the kitchen. So here I am using the pizza bagels. They are frozen. I'm just putting them on the cookie sheet. 425 degrees for 15-20 minutes, depending on your oven. Every oven is different, but that is what I did. I just take them off, and then I'm going to cut them into quarters, so that way it'll be easier for Andrew to eat. I'm just going to put them on a plate, and there is a really quick and easy lunch on the weekend for Andrew. I just paired it with some strawberries and some grapes, and he actually really loved these. So this is something that I am definitely going to be doing again because they were so easy to make. So tonight for dinner, Andrew is having the potatoes, the meatballs, and the vegetable. I took this out about 9 o'clock this morning. I just left it on the counter, so it is thawed now. So all I'm going to do is put everything on the plate, and then I also cut the meatballs in half, and then I heat it for about 1 minute and 30 seconds, depending on microwave, so everybody's different. So I'm going to take this freezer meal and put it on a nice plate to make it look like I worked hard and made it fresh today. So that is what Andrew's having for dinner tonight. So everything is heated up now. I just put a little bit of ketchup. Andrew likes to dip his potatoes in there. We call them French fries. And then I also have some fruit cocktail, so he'll have that extra tonight. So that is what I do with this freezer meal. Okay, so this freezer meal is the pasta, meatballs, and vegetables, and then the garlic toast. So I took this out about 10 o'clock this morning, and it is now 4 o'clock. So I am just going to take the bread apart, and then I'm going to broil it on here really quick. And then all I'm going to do is put this on the plate and heat it up, and then Andrew will have dinner tonight while we are having beef stew, and that's definitely something that he would not like. So this way he is able to have his own dinner. So there is Andrew's dinner. Pasta's all heated up. I just broiled the garlic toast, and then he's having some fruit cocktails. So another homemade dinner that is ready to go on a night when we're having something that Andrew does not like to eat. Okay, so this is the last meal. This is really simple, just something different I wanted to do for Andrew. So I did have some frozen French fries. I am cooking this one from frozen. If I do it again, I would do chicken breasts instead of these fillets. They were a little bit too thin for my liking, but this is the first time I've done it. So 450 degrees, 10 minutes, flip them over another 10 minutes, and then the bun is frozen too. So I'll just throw that in here after and it will toast up. So that is a quick and easy dinner. So I'll show you guys what it looks like whenever it's all done. And there you have chicken burger. I put a little bit of barbecue sauce and a slice of cheese, his French fries, and then I'm just mixing it with some strawberries and grapes. So quick and easy dinner for Andrew, and I'm not feeling so guilty that he is having French fries. So he's having a semi-healthy dinner, but it's still nice to have this all prepped and ready to go for him. So I hope you guys enjoyed this individual freezer meal video. I just find this so helpful. It's really helpful. Even tonight, Andrew came home from school. We had a little bit of rough time after school, and he was very upset, and I had to tend to him and a couple of phone calls, and it was just really nice to have a dinner ready for him that I didn't have to worry about. I didn't have to cook everything. And it's also really nice for him because he gets a little bit of a variety So instead of making one large pot of pasta and having him eat it 4 or 5 nights in a row, this way I can kind of change things up. And it's really nice for nights when Steve and I are having something that Andrew doesn't like. So there is going to be more freezer meals coming if you enjoyed these. So I'll do some individual ones, I'll do some family ones, and also kind of some different things too to make life a little bit easier and dinner time a little bit less hectic. And I would much rather cook in one day and have one big mess instead of cooking every night from scratch and having a big mess to clean up every night. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you are new, please subscribe and comment down below. Give me any feedback on future freezer meals or what types you guys would like to see. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you so much for watching. Bye.